Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Tzvi Glierman, and today I'm going to be talking about the Mechir lottery system here in Israel. An important disclaimer: I am not a real estate agent or an advisor or anything legal in a legal sense with the Mechir system. So any information I'm giving you is purely just sharing knowledge. It's not any legal advice or anything of that nature. That also means that I have no biases. So whether you take this information and use it or don't use it, um, that has no financial implications towards me. I'm sharing this information because, as an Ola, I believe home ownership is extremely important. And if I could assist with that in any way towards others, I'm happy to go ahead and talk about it. So that's why I'm here today. Now, what is the Mechir lottery? How is it different than buying on the traditional open market? So the traditional open market means that someone is selling an apartment, you're interested in purchasing one, and you go ahead and purchase that. Why go through this lottery system instead of just purchasing it on the open market? So the answer is that when you purchase an apartment on the open market, someone's selling it and you're interested in buying it, generally you have to put down a 25% down payment. That means that if an apartment is worth 2 million shekels, you're putting down 25% of that, which is 500,000 shekel. And the rest you'll be taking via a loan from the bank. That's called a mortgage. That's a loan that you'll be paying back over 20 to 30 years. But upfront, that's the down payment. That's how much you have to pay. So on a 2 million shekel apartment, you're paying about 25%, which is 500,000 shekel, plus fees. When you purchase an apartment, there are fees associated with purchasing one on the open market. So there is a real estate agent fee, there are closing fees, inspection fees, purchase tax fees, and whatnot. So conservatively, say add another 100,000 shekel to that. So that's for 2 million shekel apartments, 500,000 down payment plus 100,000 in fees. That's 600,000 shekel. If you're contributing 5,000 shekel a month towards your home purchasing, 600,000 shekel would take 10 years of contributing 5,000 shekel each. And for many, that's too long, that's unattainable. And that's where the Mechir big perk, which is the fact that you have to put down 10% instead of the traditional 25%. So not only are you getting an apartment at a discount, but you only have to put down 10%, makes the process a lot more affordable to many people. So how do you become eligible for the lottery? How does the lottery work? So eligibility, here is the PDF. I'm going to share this as well along with this presentation. Feel free to share it with whoever you want. So eligibility, any of the four criteria makes you eligible to participate in the housing lottery system. So either you're married or you're married due to be married within the next 3 months, you're 35, and all statuses. So whether you're single, married, divorced, widowed, as long as you're 35 plus, you're eligible for the lottery system. If you're under 35 and you're a single parent, but you have a child living with you, you're also eligible. What are the advantages of the lottery system? So number one, it's a new apartment. You're getting an apartment that's brand new. It's government subsidized. So you're getting the apartment at a discount. Generally, it's either 20% or 300,000 shekel. Sometimes it's more, it's never less. 10% down, that's the advantage that we spoke about. You only have to put down 10%. So on a 1.3 million shekel apartment, you're putting down 130,000 shekel. When are you putting this money down? That's when you sign with the contractor, not immediately after winning lottery. So you'll have time to make sure that you'll have your 10%. Grants. The government offers grants to apartments in the periphery, ranging from 40,000 to 60,000 shekel. That will lower your overall cost of the apartment. No closing fees. You're not paying a real estate. You're not paying inspectors. It's a brand new apartment. What I do recommend is when you get a mortgage, to get a mortgage broker, because that will save you money in the long term. But that's not at all necessary or mandatory. Disadvantages: it's a lottery. It's a lottery system. So thousands of people are putting their name into the lottery. Not everybody wins. If you're buying an apartment on the open market, it's a 100% chance you're going to get that apartment. If you're in the lottery, it's not a 100% chance that you are going to win. Lotteries are run usually not during wartime, a couple of times per year. So it may take you one lottery, may take you 10, it may take you forever. Who knows? It's a lottery system. That's why number 4 in the process is pray to win, and that's 100% true. 3 cities per lottery. Within each lottery system, you're able to put in you're able to put your ticket to win in 3 different cities. Now, 3 different cities, you can change the cities each lottery, and within each city, you could apply for all of the projects. Purchase on paper. When you win the lottery, the apartment is not built, it's going to be built. So since it's going to be built, you'll be start paying your mortgage, and you'll be continue to pay your rent, and you won't get the apartment for until it's built. So number one, you may have to be making 2 payments. Number two is that you don't know who your neighbors are going to be, what's going to be the character of the community, because you're purchasing something literally on a piece of paper in an apartment that will be built. Um, the last thing before I show you the registration process and the platform itself is special statuses. So if you, when you put your ticket within this lottery system and you pick your 3 cities, you're going in as a regular status. However, if you fall into one of these 3 categories, your chances of winning is significantly increased because you are ranked higher. So Ben Makom means that if you lived in the city for the last 3 years, so if you live in the city where the lottery is taking place and you've lived there for 3 years or 4 out of the last 10, or you made Aliyah straight away to that city, you have a Ben Makom status and you are higher ranked within the system. If you're an active Miluim, so not just only Miluim, but you have active status within the Miluim system, or the last one is if you or someone that you live with is disabled in a mobility way, you are ranked higher within the system. All of these statuses are uploaded automatically through the various government agencies, and you'll be able to see whether you are in the system or not in the system. And if you should be in the system and you're not in the system, reach out to those specific agencies so they'll add it to your profile. So, what does the registration process look like? Today is June 27th, but the lottery registration process is closed until July 9th. What does that mean? That means that you can still apply, but it won't be processed until the 9th. So there are 3 agencies that make you eligible, that process your application in order to be eligible for the lottery. The link for all 3 is on bottom. I clicked the one on top because for me that's the one that I used, but you feel free to use any of the 3. The cost is the same, so it's a 240 shekel one-time fee. The way it works is that you're eligible for 1 year. Keep on renewing it before the year is up, and you'll never pay that fee again. Okay, so if you click on the link, you click on this button here, and you enter your information, and it says that it won't be processed until the 9th of next month. However, that doesn't mean you can't fill out all the necessary information. It takes about 10 days to process all this information, but once it's done, they'll send the information to the government, and you'll go on the government portal to pick your 3 cities. So this in process, that is the second step. So you go on this portal. For me, I have a Google Translate tab, so I'm able to translate anything I need from Hebrew to English. It's recommended for people that have a problem with Hebrew. I'm going to go with the Hebrew one so everyone can see. However, I can change it to English. So how does the portal look like? So Harshama is to register. So when you pick your 3 cities, if you're interested in the city, you click this button, you click OK, and you're registered for that city. Suk Hagrala is the number of the Goad, the number of the lottery. Mispar Hagrala is the internal number that they have for that specific lottery within that project. Siyum Harshama, when the registration closes. Lotteries are held a couple of times a year. So there's a open time, time that it opens, a time that it closes. Make sure you put in your 3 cities before it closes. Yishuv is where the specific project is located. The Kablan is the contractor. The Ot Bahagrala, how many apartments are in the being offered through this Mechir Sheken housing lottery process. And Neshomim Bahagala, how many people have registered for the lottery. So I'll show you a website in a second where you can do the statistical math, but essentially it's 36 people have registered, 36 apartments available, 774 apartments are available. What's your statistical percentage of winning? And that's one of the points that you use in terms of deciding whether to put your name in the hat for this particular lottery. Another point is Mechir meter. How much is it going to cost per meter within the apartment? So, in when you win apartments, there's many different sizes. There's 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, 5 bedroom apartments, and each one has a specific meter size. Once you win the lottery, you'll be ranked, and you'll be able to pick the apartment that works best for you based on where you scored within the ranking system. So if you ranked first, you get first dibs. If you ranked 100, you get 100. You get 100th dibs. So, but here, this is a very important point in deciding whether you want to pick the city is the affordability of the apartment. So these are after this numbers here are before the discounts. So this one over here is 6,084 shekel per meter. So if you think of an apartment of 100 meters, it would cost 684,000 shekel. Versus something in Elad over here, it's 17,738 shekel per meter. So that means the total cost for a 100-meter apartment would be 1.7738 million shekel. That means you'll need about 178,000 shekel as a down payment upfront. Manak, this is the grant that the government gives for areas in the periphery or areas of low income. So it ranges, this one here is 40,000. I've seen 60,000. I've seen 40,000. Havaot is notes. You see over here for this project in Elad, it says Tzivun Charedi. This means that this apartment project is intended for people within the Haredi population. Does that mean that people that are not Haredi can't move in there? Absolutely not. Anyone is able to move in there, but they're giving a disclaimer saying that this is intended for the Haredi population. So if you would put your hat in this lottery system and win this apartment, chances are your neighbors will be Haredi. So this is the portal. Once you fill out the application process, you'll be getting a password. Mispar Zahut is your Tudat Zahut. You'll get a password and you're able to log in. You're able to see all your personal information. You're able to see if you have any special statuses, and you're also able to update and renew your eligibility every single year without paying. That could all be done here on this portal. The last thing I want to show is that there is a website here. Again, I'm sharing this PDF. Everything is clickable. So it's a website that looks at the back end of people that have applied for the lottery, and it gives you statistics and gives you total cost. So you get into this website. First of all, you click on this button over here. It says Kovetz Lefi to divide between the cities. You don't want to look at individual projects. You want to look at the city as a whole to see whether it's statistical chance of winning. So, for example, over here, the city of Elad, if you are not a Ben Makom, your chances of winning are 2.19. In Efrat, the chances are significantly lower. It's 0.36%. Now, again, you have 3 cities. So what I like to do, and it works for me personally, even though math-wise it may not make perfect sense, I like to add 3. So, for example, if I'm going to add Dimona, Deir al-Assad, and Elad, it would be 6 plus 4 plus 2, or 3 actually. So it would give me a 13% chance of winning the lottery. Now, is that a high percent? No. But if I continuously play the lottery, chances are that I'll win hopefully right away. But according to statistical probability, it would take me about less than 10 lotteries to win. However, if I'm a Ben Makom, my chances are way, way higher. So for example, if I live in Dimona and I have Ben Makom status, the chances of winning the lottery is 66%, which is a very, very high number. So, and it gets even better if you're in Miluim. So if you want to filter by Miluim, you go into the top left corner and you click this button here, and your chances of winning, even if you're not a Ben Makom, for example, in Dimona, is 71%. And in Migdal Emek is 36.42%. That means if you are in Miluim and you put in for Dimona and Migdal Emek, your chances on a compiled basis are over 100% chance of winning, which is unbelievable and amazing. And it's great that the government recognizes people that have served for their countries. So the this is the eligibility, advantages, disadvantages, special statuses. You have the process here. Step one is you click to register. It takes about 10 days, depending on the volume that they have. Sometimes it could be more, sometimes it could be less. You pick your three cities, and while you're picking the three cities, this is a great tool in determining how to narrow your search. And the last thing is you pray, because it's a lottery. It is not something that's guaranteed. You could have a 99% chance of winning and not win, and a 1% chance of winning and do win. So it all boils down to tefillah. There's also Facebook groups that I put here that I use. These groups are great because almost any question that you have has already been asked on these groups. So you're able to just go in the search bar, search for your particular question, and you're also able to ask questions. You're also able to network. So, for example, when people win, they want to create a WhatsApp group, a Facebook group. That information will be found on these groups. And also, if you have any questions to network and all, these are in Hebrew. I also opened up a separate a separate WhatsApp group for those interested. And the last link over here, that's just background information about the lottery. Wishing everyone luck on the lottery system. I hope everyone has a Yishuv Tov. I hope everyone has a successful Aliyah process, a successful home ownership process, and a successful time here in Israel. Thank you so much.